Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chase Great University's very first virtual open house. Listen, we are live inside of our Facebook communities. We are constantly giving content and strategies and training. And for the very first time, we wanted to take a pause and provide an opportunity to really tell you more about Chase Great University and how we're able to serve and support our Christian women, helping you to truly grow your Christian coaching business. So welcome to our virtual open house. We have some amazing viewers here inside of our virtual room. We also have our viewers inside of our Facebook group. So hey guys, so glad that you are here. Know that the chat is open on both ends. So if you have anything to add, anything to share, be sure to use our chat. The chat is open inside of the Facebook group. The chat is also open here inside of the virtual room, so make sure you are using the chat. We will address Q&A at the end of the open house. If I see something that pops in that's pertaining to what we're talking to, then we most definitely will address it there. So I hope that you are ready for today. You're going to meet our team, you're going to meet our coaches, you're going to meet some other coaches who are a part of the community. Listen, we are headed for an impactful time. So again, welcome. For those of you who are not sure of who I am Latoya Early. I am your vision coach. I am also the founder of Chase Great University. We are a niche coaching certification company for Christian women. We help amazing women just like you get clarity on your assignment given by God through coaching. And so I'm excited about today because you're not gonna just hear me talk. Y'all always hear me talk, but we're gonna rock out and you're gonna get the opportunity to hear from our team and other coaches inside of the community. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. I do hope that the coaches are ready on the on the backside. I'm sure that they are. I'm sure that they're ready, and I'm sure that they are prepared for what we have for today. So I'm excited to bring them to the screen with us, and as other attendees join in, you'll see them jumping in as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's talk a little bit about Chase Great University and who we are and what we do. I am again excited to share this information with you because listen, Chase Great has been thriving for quite some time now. So if this is your first time learning about the history of Chase Great, welcome. And I hope that what we share with you today is going to spark and inspire you to chase great. Y'all got that? Did y'all get that? Was that corny? It probably was, but it's okay. So listen, let's talk about the history. So before we went virtual, we started back in March of 2012. Chase Great University originally started as, should I tell y'all the name? I don't be like telling the name of the original company because it's so embarrassing. It's like, who told you that was okay? But let me tell y'all real quick. When the name of the company was Mayan Business Consulting, right? And Mayan stood for my anointing. As a matter of fact, let me take it back a step further. Y'all ready for this? I have never told anybody this. So y'all special. Y'all privy to this information. Before it was filed through the state of Michigan as Mayan Business Consulting, it was actually GAG Grant Writing. And what did God Answers? I don't even remember. It was, listen, I tried. It was terrible. This was back in like 2010 when I was certified as a grant writer, and it was a whole hot mess. But look where God has taken us, right? So we have gone through a series of name changes, but we are officially Chase Great University. We started back in March 2012 when we were originally paper shufflers. We did a lot of LLCs, 501c3s, grant writing, business plans, a lot of those things. And that was a lot of mindset issue with me because I didn't know what a coach was. I had no idea of what coaching looked like. But second, I thought in order to exchange profit, in order to receive profit, I had to exchange profit for paper, right? And so I struggled a lot with it because I didn't know how to really cultivate coaching and exchange it for profit. So we started back in 2012. In June 2015 is when we officially launched the niche coaching certification program. Now, if you'll look at some of the images, we have our very first nope, they're not our first graduating class. I think this was like the third graduating class of Chase Great University, where they were certified as Chase Great coaches. Not only, and this is the picture that I'm showing you up in the right hand corner, not only were they certified as Chase Great coaches, but these amazing coaches were also a part of the launch of the Coach My Life anthology. And I'll talk about that pretty soon. So not only do we provide coaching certification here at Chase Great University, but we also provide an opportunity for you to become a published author. If you look down in the right hand corner, this is one of our very first retreats that we provided for the coaches. My amazing sister-in-law was here to facilitate this. She has her own publishing company where she was teaching the coaches how to write books. So this was an amazing first start to Chase Great University and where we started. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more. Let's talk about how things are going. Again, if you take a look to the right, these are just some old school pictures, y'all. Chase Great University, definitely, when we first started, we did have a office. We had a brick and mortar. Let me tell y'all, I miss our office. I miss it so much. We did have an office here in Michigan. It was located in East Point, Michigan. And if you notice, we have so many coaches who have gone through the program and who have been certified in their specific area of specialty through coaching. And then we have coaches who've just been rocking out with us just for so many years, just being a part of the community and being committed to what we do here at Chase Great. If you look at the very bottom picture to the right hand on the right side, that is my very first mobile coaching program. I'll say it like that. This is when we were helping individuals get clarity of their purpose. And this was our very first opportunity to go out and help women establish who they were in Christ and establish their purpose. So this picture was taken many years ago. I think this was probably back in 2015 when we took this picture. And this picture means a lot to me because these ladies are one of the first group of ladies that allowed me to pour into them and really share my gift of coaching. And so for that, I am grateful. So we're still talking about the history of coaching. For those of you who are just joining us, whether or not you're joining us through the Facebook group or you're joining us live here in the virtual room, welcome to Chase Great University, our virtual open house. We're talking about the history of Chase Great and where did we start? Where did this all begin? Did Chase Great just pop out of the sky and say, oh my gosh, we're going to certify coaches? Or have we been on a journey? We've definitely been on a journey. And so I'm excited to just share who we are as a community so that you can get a better understanding of who we are and what we do. Again, you know, where we started back in 2012 to how it's going now. Currently, we have we may be a little over 30 coaches currently enrolled in Chase Great University, completing their certification in their particular niche. We have over 50 coaches certified. You can see some of those coaches in this photo. Some of our coaches were certified at our brick and mortar where we started, Chase Great University, and it's just been an amazing experience. Not only have we been consistent and growing our community, but we've also been consistent in our annual conferences. If you see here in this photo here, this is one of our very first conferences. You probably can't really see it, but we had our very first t-shirt, our affiliate t-shirt here in the Chase Great room at the Chase Great office. We had our own conference space, so we were able to host the annual conferences and retreats in our own respective area. Of course, let me tell you this really quickly, how we transitioned to 100% virtual back in 2018. I'll never forget God telling me to put everything online. I didn't know, I'm sorry. Yep, 2018. I had everything transferred by 2019. I didn't know that there was going to be a global shutdown in 2020. God had already prepared me. He moved everything online. He had us go ahead and vacate our office. Y'all, I miss our office. It was a 3-suite office. It was a co-working space for coaches. We had a space for coaches to record their podcasts. It was just a great experience. I miss it. It'll come back soon, but I had to be obedient, right? And I'm so grateful that we were obedient because not only did we get a chance to Not only did we get a chance to move everything virtual, but we've been able to really reach people across the world. We are a international certified Christian coaching company. And so that has allowed us moving everything virtually is what has allowed us to host coaches in other countries, and it has just been an amazing experience. So once again, we're talking about the history of Chase Gray University. So what's next? Of course, we're going to continue our annual conferences. If you've never been to a six-figure shift conference, let me tell you, mark your calendars. May will be here before you know it. We rock out every year. I believe 2023 will be year 7 of the six-figure shift conference, and I am excited about it because we may be traveling this next year, so I'm excited about that. Not only have we hosted our annual conference, but we also have the Coach My Life anthology, and I'm going to talk about that really soon. The Coach My Life anthology is a combination of work with the coaches of Chase Gray, where we launch a book every year where we are talking about our specialized area of coaching and how we can serve you, and how, it's coaching in a book. I love the Coach My Life portion of Chase Great because it allows the coaches to show up and really show who they are in coaching. Next year, 2023, we'll be launching our Coach My Life app. This is the app that is going to allow others from across the world to hire the coaches of Chase Great University. Listen, Chase Great University is just not about certifying you as a coach, but we're here to help you start, grow, and monetize your Christian coaching business in your niche. We want to help you mature your gift in coaching. We want to help you develop your skill in coaching and grow your business in coaching. And so our app is going to allow you to expand your territory through our funneling system. Our goal for 2022-2023 is 1,000 coaches. Come on, y'all. 1,000 coaches. We are striving to certify 1,000 coaches through the Chase Gray University curriculum. Our curriculum is a lot different because it is Bible based. I know that, a lot of times we look at the different certification programs and we wonder, well, what makes this certification program any different than the next? We do not follow any rules or guidelines of the traditional secular entities. We have designed y'all. We have designed our curriculum based off of the Word of God. We are Christian coaches building kingdom business using kingdom strategy. Why go out and, build a business in God's gift, using the gift that God has given you, using secular strategies, when you can really go to the King and you can. Why go out and build a business in God's using the gift that God has given you, using secular strategies, when you can really go to the King and you can. Sorry about that, guys. When you can really go out and, use kingdom strategies to build your business. So our goal is 1,000 coaches, 1,000 coaches. So let's go ahead and talk about one of our vets. Listen, I love Coach Diana. She is a renovation strategist. Not sure. Or did she change it? She's a forgiveness strategist. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and leave it there. I'm glad that I corrected myself there, because when Coach Diana first came into the program, she did come in as a renovation strategist, right? And so one of the things that I love about our curriculum is it's what God said. What did God call you to do? What is the very unique difference of who you are as a coach? Let's go ahead and establish you as that coach. This came about because when I started coaching as a vision coach, I could not find a program or anyone to teach me how to really cultivate my gift as a vision coach in coaching, right? And so I struggled a lot because I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have anyone who can really support me and help me grow out this portion of my business. This is where the Chase Gray Niche Coaching Certification came from. It is allowing you to identify where God is taking you and be able to really build and have the courage to build in that lane. Okay. And so I'm glad that Coach Diana, she has evolved. She came into the program as a renovation coach. She has just recently evolved into a forgiveness strategist, where she helps moms with daughters who have unforgiveness towards children, towards the children's father, bridge the gap between living in broken pieces and walking into inner peace through self-love. Coach Diana has also been a part of the Coach My Life anthology. Our Coach My Life anthology, we come together, we do a photo shoot, we do a full launch of the book, of the anthology. You will receive 100% proceeds of the book. You purchase your books, you sell your books. This is your opportunity to create an additional stream of income in your business. This is one of the perks that we offer coaches that are a part of Chase Gray University to help you truly leverage and grow your coaching business. So here is Coach Diana. Coach Diana has been with us since we had an office. Coach Diana actually started with us when we had the office, and so I'm excited to have her a part of our community. Coach Diana has been a part of Chase Gray University. Man, if we started in 2015, I want to say she's been with us since 2015. Coach Diana is actually inside of the virtual room. Coach Diana, do me a favor and drop in a chat. Have you been with us since 2015? I think you have. Like, let me know. I think Coach Diana has been with us since 2015. She is a certified coach. She is a certified coach in her respective area. Super honored. She's been with us since 2016. Listen, Coach Diana has been committed to the vision. And so I am excited to have her a part of course, showing the history of Chase Gray, but having her still a part of the community, showing that we are here to serve and support our Christian women. So we're going to go ahead and keep things moving. Keep in mind, if you have any questions or any comments, please do not hesitate to jot them in the chat. I see that we have some viewers over in our Facebook community. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here for the Chase Gray University virtual open house. This is just our opportunity to just sit and chat about Chase Gray, who we are, what we do, and what makes us different. What makes us different than other Christian companies, other Christian certification programs? What makes what we do different here at Chase Gray? We help you start, grow, and monetize. We help you mature your gift in coaching. We help you develop your skill in coaching and help you build your business in coaching. And we build everything off of a biblical foundation, helping you do these through using kingdom strategy. So let's go ahead and keep things moving forward. So let's talk about the Chase Gray University team. Listen, Chase Gray University have some amazing team members who I am just so honored and excited to have a part of our community. Of course, you have myself, Latoya Early, who is the founder of Chase Gray University. We got my girl, Jazz. I'm sure you've seen her so many different times in so many different areas. She has worked not only as the client success director of Chase Gray University, but she's been a speaker at our conferences. She's been the concierge at our conferences. If you guys missed our last conference, she brought everything to the table. Okay, when I tell you, it was a phenomenal experience to hear her talk about leadership in coaching. It was just an amazing experience, and so I'm just honored to have her a part of our team. Jazz came through the company as a Chase Gray University student. Yes, one of the perks to being a part of our community is that our team are certified coaches. So in order to even become a part of our team, we encourage our team members to become Chase Gray certified, so that you know the curriculum, you know the community, you know who we are, and you have committed to our mission. And so I'm just honored to have Jazz, who came in as a coach, now be a part of our team and helping other coaches start, grow, and monetize. Jazz is also, she serves as not only the director of our client success team, but she's also a client success coach, where she's one of the coaches who work with the coaches one-on-one, helping you to truly navigate through the system. And so you'll hear more from her later on throughout the open house. We also have Coach Sandra. Listen, Coach Sandra is our client engagement manager. She also serves as a dual role of a client success coach, but she is our client success manager. She comes in and she helps keep us together. She's checking in on you. She's your accountability. She's seeing where you are in your programming. She's seeing where you are in the curriculum to make sure you're staying on track. Listen, she's checking in. Do you need prayer? Do you need someone to talk to? Where are you? What do you need additional support in? When I tell you that Coach Sandra has been the glue, and she is absolutely amazing. Coach Sandra is also certified as a forgiveness coach through Chase Great University. And so again, we really encourage our coaches that once you become certified through the curriculum, if you want to continue with us to join the team, why not do so? Why not show others, that you've gone through the curriculum, you've gone through the program, and how you can better serve and support them. Jazz is also certified through Chase Great University as well. Then we have our creative lead, Miss Yatara Reed. Listen, Yatara's out here doing so many amazing things. She's just such an amazing person. She's our creative lead. She's the one that helps us with a lot of our visuals. She's the one that helps us with a lot of, making sure that we're organized, making sure that our conferences are well put together. She has just been a phenomenal asset to the team. Not only is Yatara Lee the creative lead for Chase Great University, but she is also the founder of her own respective business outside of this, where she does creative things. So I encourage you to not only check them out here at Chase Great University, but go ahead, look them up on their social media, find out what they do outside of this. Not only does Yatara does creative events outside of Chase Great, but so does Jazz. Jazz hosts events, and she's also doing leadership development outside of Chase Great, and Coach Sandra does forgiveness outside of Chase Great. So we want to, of course, just acknowledge our team and thank you so much for being a part of Chase Great University. So listen, once again, we have so many great faces inside of our virtual room. We also have some amazing coaches inside of the Facebook community. I encourage you, if you have anything to share, if you have a question, do not hesitate to ask. Drop it in the comments, drop it somewhere so that we can see it. Cool. So let's go ahead and talk about the 4 pillars of Chase Great University. We're going to talk about called to coach. We're going to talk about our community. We're going to talk about curriculum, and then commitment. What does this look like, right? What does this all include? And I promise y'all not going to just hear my voice this entire time. Okay. I promise y'all it will not just be me talking. All right. I promise. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to talk about call to coach. So once again, I am your vision coach, Latoya Early. I am also the founder here of Chase Great University. We are a niche coaching certification company for Christian women. It is my job to help you gain clarity and confidence in your coaching business so that you are sure to fulfill God's assignment in coaching. And so we're going to talk a little bit about call to coach. And what does that look like, right? What is a coach? What is the character of a Christian coach? Are you a coach, right? Are these some questions that you may ask yourself? Are these some questions that you may have thought of, but you weren't certain of the answer to them? Let's go ahead and talk about it, okay? So number one, let's talk about what is a coach. So our definition of a coach, you may have heard different definitions of what a coach is. I'm going to give you Chase Great's definition, and you'll see that it's pretty lateral across the board. Coaching is really the opportunity to help walk someone through an experience so that they can get to their desired outcome, right? So you're taking them from where they are to where they desire to be. You're walking them through this experience. You're helping them unlock ideas and thoughts and feelings. You're helping them heal through certain situations. You're helping them become aware of certain situations so that they can see better, so that they can see clearer as a coach, right? And so when we talk about the character of a Christian coach, and that's one of the things that we focus on here at Chase Great, we're talking about, integrity. We're talking about living by example. We're talking about, walking by faith. We're talking about using the word of God as our compass. We're talking about trusting in the Holy Spirit to allow us to live this thing called life, right? And not only living this thing called life for ourselves, but living this thing called life for those we are called to serve and support, right? One of the things that I share all the time here at Chase Great is what you've been called from is what you're being called to. So the things that you've experienced in your life, it wasn't about you. It was never about you. It was always about the people that God has assigned to your life so that they can live a better life. I know sometimes we think that things can be easy, right? Let's use something as simple as tying a shoe. You're like, what are you talking about? Who doesn't know how to tie a shoe? A 2-year-old. Right? And so what seems easy to us may not seem easy to a 5-year-old. And so while I'm using that as an example, I want you to think about your ideal client. What may be easy for you may not be easy for your ideal client. Right? They may still be struggling in the exact areas that you've been able to become victorious in. And so when we talk about the character of a Christian coach, we're talking about leading by example. We're talking about integrity. We're talking about faith. We're talking about learning how to use the word of God to overcome obstacles. We're talking about prayer. We're talking about persistence and consistency. Now, not to say that all of these things are going to be easy, right? Not to say that it's always going to be a walk in the park, but to know that this is your core, that this is what you're living by, is what's going to be the example to your client that they can do it as well. So one of the questions we get all the time is, am I a coach, Latoya? I hear people say, coaching is the new thing. It's a huge industry. It's an industry that is non-regulated, right? Coaching is a non-regulated industry. It is a true opportunity for us to use and package our gifts and provide it to people. It is our creative space, if I could use that term. And so if you're questioning, are you a coach? I want you to ask yourself, do you find yourself being the solution to someone's problem? Right? Do you find yourself every time you see a problem, right? A problem comes up, either they're coming to you for the solution or you find your brain in high mode, high gear, trying to figure it out. If that's not you, it was definitely me, right? But at that time, I had no idea of what a coach was. I didn't know what a coach looked like. I had never even heard of it, but I knew that when I heard a problem, my brain automatically went into drive trying to find a solution. Now, as a child, I remember being told that I was trying to be the mama. I was bossy, right? These are all of the negative descriptions that we've heard as children that, that responded to the gifts that we didn't know were gifts at that time. And so when you find out, or if you're asking yourself, are you a coach? I want you to ask yourself, do I find myself wanting to serve and help people? Do I find myself wanting to find the solution to someone's problem? Do I have this innate desire to help someone through a very compromising, uncomfortable situation that you've once struggled with? These are all indicators that you just may have been called to coach, right? And so again, the question that we ask our coaches here at Chase Great University, our standard is being called to coach. If God has called you to coach, let's come together and let's figure out how can we truly cultivate this call in coaching so that you can become the exact thing that God has created you to become, and so that you can truly serve the people that God has called you to serve. Cool. So let's go ahead and talk about one of our favorite coaches, Coach Latresa Wright. She is a mindset coach. She helped bereaved Christians regain hope by rediscovering their identity and healing through writing. So I am so glad to have Coach Latresa here with us, because we're going to stop really quickly and we're going to highlight Coach Latresa and bring her to the forefront so that we can talk a little bit, right? Let's talk a little bit. So let me go ahead and bring us to the forefront, because we're going to talk a little bit about being called to coach and what does that look like. Coach Latresa, are you off mute?
I believe so. Can you hear me?
And you are. Hey,
Hey!
Yeah, listen, I reached out to Coach Latrice like, I need you to come to the virtual open house and talk. She's like, I gotta work. So before Coach Latrice started talking, Coach Latrice is the perfect person for this particular segment because Coach Latrice is not only a mindset coach, but she is a licensed therapist. And so I'm excited. I won't give all her business out. I'm gonna let her talk a little bit about herself, but we're gonna talk about what does being called to coach mean and how have Chase Great been able to help you truly cultivate that call. So Coach Latrice, tag, you're it.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here. What does being a coach mean? When I first when I was on Facebook and I was a public speaker, and I still am, but I was more motivational in that area. And I would see Latoya Early's videos. I said, well, let me just click on one. This seems nice. So I would watch the videos. I said, okay, she's really excited about that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, well, I'm not a coach, but I'm enjoying the videos. So after, I want to say maybe a few months of just watching the videos, this is pretty cool. And then she had one video, she said, how do you know you're called to coach? I said, well, I'm not a coach. I'm gonna watch the video, enjoy the videos. So I watched the video and she lists 3 things. I said, well, I'm doing all 3 of those. Wait a minute, I'm being unpaid to do all 3 of these. People are robbing me. Oh, I got to stop the drainage. I got to figure out how to block this up. So that was my silly moment about being called the coach. And from there, I decided, well, let me look into this. Maybe this is something that God is calling me to do. I'm just going to look into it. And I remember Latoya Early hosted an event. And at that time, my mindset could not contemplate paying anywhere above $100, right? And so we had to do some mindset work because a lot of times that's more of a poverty mindset. I learned more of that through Chase Great. And so at that time I said, oh, okay, it's a $197 event. You sure, Lord, you want me to go ahead and sign up for this? Because I've been enjoying the free videos, you sure? And during my prayer time, after I get the yes, I went ahead and signed up for that. And it was amazing. The content was really good. I said, okay, this is pretty good. So then here's the offer. I said, oh, wait a minute. Okay, Jesus, you're stretching me. You're stretching me. Is this what you're calling me to do? And when I got response from that is when I signed up. Now, here's the thing for me. I signed up just knowing I was a public speaking coach. So, I have years of experience in public speaking. I remember being that person who was afraid to speak in front of people. And it wasn't until I went through my undergrad, one part of my undergrad degree, I have a dual degree in undergrad, is communications. And I remember going through the communications courses, and it wasn't until I did those things that I felt more comfortable speaking in front of people and all of that. So then I said, okay, that's what I know. I know I'm that coach. That's the coach I'm going to be. Well, one of the things that I heard in the training was what you've been called from is what you're being called to. And even in hearing that, I said, okay, all right, I've been called from fear of public speaking. That's me. That's where I'm at. Now, during this whole thing here, I had just, in 2020, I experienced one of the hardest periods of my life. The grandmother that raised me after my mom died of HIV AIDS and when I was 7. The grandmother that raised me died in 2020. Then a month later, my new husband, we met, he slid in my DMs on social media. And so we met through Facebook Messenger, courted for about 1.5 years, got married. 5 months later, he died from COVID-19. Now, this was within a month of my grandmother that raised me dying. And I remember going through one of the hardest periods of my life, major depression, all of that stuff. And then now God is telling me, oh, I'm calling you to coach. And when I heard that statement, I said, wait, I don't want to deal with that. No, I'm comfortable with public speaking, Jesus. Like, I gotta be a public speaking coach. But in my prayer time is where he revealed to me from childhood on up, I've been dealing with loss. Mother died, father died, so many different losses. And he said, I've brought you through that in the area of writing. So you are a mindset coach that is helping people who are bereaved regain hope by rediscovering their identity and healing through writing. They're going to publish their stories and heal in the process. So that's my story, and I'm turning it back over to you, Coach Latoya.
I love hearing when Coach Latrice talk about how she came in like, no, I do speaking. No, I'm not here for this. And we get this a lot. We get this a lot. We'll get coaches come in and say, oh, I already know what type of coach I am. And then they go through the curriculum and then they're like, maybe not. And so that's what I love most about what we do here at Chase Gray University is that we kind of pry. Well, it's not kind of. We do pry. We pry all up in your business, but it's really to help you become a better version of you and what God has called you to do. So, Coach Latrice, you have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And just talking about being called to coach. Coach Latrice, did you tell them that you were a certified coach? Did you say that already?
I am. I didn't say it this time. I've been saying it for a while. I am a certified mindset coach.
Okay, listen. Latrice is a Chase Gray University certified mindset coach. Not only helping those who've experienced loss, and she talked about grief a lot, but helping you turn that story and put it into a book. And so, listen, there are just so many different ways. Here's what I don't want you to do. Don't limit where God can take you, right? Because a lot of times we look at things and we only know what we're familiar with. But when you give God the opportunity to minister to you in a different way, he'll introduce you to something that you be like, I didn't even know that this even existed. I did not know vision coaching existed, y'all. I really didn't. But it wasn't until I sat down and said, okay, Lord, I'm submitting to you so that I can hear from you and so that I can move the way that I'm supposed to move. So I absolutely love it. Coach Latrice, did you have anything else to add before we move forward?
Not at this time. Only thing I do want to add is until you get rid of the doubts and the things that you've been allowing to block you from excelling, you'll stay stuck. I had to get out of the survival mode of I got to hold on to every penny I have because I don't know. I'm working full time because sometimes we are in this position of comfort. So you're working full time and you got this money, you're designated to these different things and you're holding on to every penny. But until you sow, you cannot reap. And I had to realize, okay, this $197 was just a seed. And even more, even in joining the coaching program, it is a seed. Mm-hmm. And until you sow, there is no harvest. So we have to deal with where we are and move forward. So I encourage you to get beyond the fear that you may have of not reaping, because when you sow, you reap.
I love it. Thank you so much, Coach Latrice, for taking this time to join us. We're gonna keep it going, y'all. We got a time frame. We're gonna try to stick to it. But we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it moving. So let's go ahead and pull back up our screen so that we can keep things moving forward. Again, you just heard from Coach Latrice, who is absolutely amazing. Let me see here. I want to make sure that I remove myself. Okay, cool. Of course, we just heard from Coach Latrice, who again is absolutely amazing. She works not only as a mindset coach, but also as a licensed therapist. So for those of you who are wondering, is this something that I can do? And what I love most about Coach Latrice is that she knows how to separate the two, right? She knows where to separate the two. She knows how to separate the two. She knows, what her therapist, what her client looked like as a therapist, and what her client looks like as a coach. And so that is definitely something that most people who are working in dual fields, you struggle with that. How do I do that? Even when it comes from ministry in the marketplace, how do I, as a pastor, as an evangelist, as an apostle, how do I serve as a coach where I'm monetizing my coaching and it's not looking like I'm selling God? We're going to talk about that. We don't have enough time today, but y'all know that's one thing that I like to talk about because I came from ministry and I struggled with separating ministry, or not necessarily separating because ministry is who we are, but I struggle with integrating ministry into what I did and still being confident and okay with monetizing my services. And there is a difference, guys. There is a difference. So let's go ahead and keep going. We are doing well. We're going to go ahead and switch the camera over to Coach Sandra. Listen, our client engagement manager, Coach Sandra, she is absolutely fantastic. And I am excited to hear her engagement, how she's going to engage you on today. So, Coach Sandra, the floor is yours. Tag, you are it.
Awesome, awesome. I hope everyone, look, I'm so excited. I got to proclaim I'm still chasing great. And I hope that you are too. I am still chasing great. Coach Latoya, I'm so grateful to be part of this team. So grateful just to be here. So grateful for what God has done and called me to the area, the ministry, I call it, of coaching. And so I have my pillar that I'm talking about. We've got the pillars for the Chase Great University. My pillar that I'm highlighting is that of community. If we can get to that next slide. So when it comes to the Chase Great community, there's just so much that is available to you. As a Chase Great uh, client, student, coach, you have access to what we call online coaching and training. And this is at the moment. At any given time, you can chime into the Chase Great community and ask questions. You can ask for feedback on things that you want information on. If you need referrals for something, if you're still working on your power statement, oh Father help us, how many times have we put our power statement in that community and say, hey coaches, what you think about this? Getting that feedback from like-minded coaches is absolutely priceless, right? We have family that loves us, we have family that supports us and they encourage us, but until you're going through this process, unless you've been called to this area of coaching as a Christian kingdom coach, there's nothing like talking to someone and getting feedback from someone who's going through it with you, already has been through it, and just has a clue of what you're going through. That's what the Chase Great community is for everyone. I need to tell you, I came through the Chase Great certification program, one of the best decisions ever in my life. I was invited, I was at a point in my life, like many of you, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, where I had to shift. A shift was necessary. And I began praying. And I have an amazing sister friend, and I'm calling her out, Dr. Crystal Eason. And Crystal is just in, and we can be like this in my face. So what you gonna do? So what you gonna do? I don't know what I want to do. Well, and she introduced me to this young lady, this young girl, she called her, who comes on on Facebook and has these Monday conversations with you about coaching. And she invited me to listen. And so I start listening like you, Coach Latricia. I start listening and was hooked. And again, she didn't know what I was going through, but during the time, and this may be you, during the time you may be praying about God, what's the next thing you're shifting me to? Right. And so it was through prayer, and I'm listening to Coach Latoya, and I finally realized, oh, she's talking to me too, Coach Latricia. She's talking to me too. These are things that I was used to doing, but I didn't call it coaching. I didn't know it was coaching. It was just how God made me, how God wired me. And God connected me to this coach. And I just want to say this for a reason. Um, Coach Latoya, now, by the time we had a conversation about, am I really interested? Is this what God wants me to do? Do you want to be part of the Chase Greatness Certification Program? I was persuaded. I was persuaded. Didn't know what kind of coach, definitely, but I knew I needed something, and I knew I needed help. And the question was posed to me, well, in my mind was responding to the question, are you ready to make this commitment? Can you afford this commitment? Sandra said, I can't afford not to make the commitment to get this training that I need. And I'm telling y'all, this has been life changing, totally life changing for me. It can be for you as well. And one of the most powerful things about the Chase Great University is community. You do not go through this alone. We won't let you. We just won't let you. If you feel stuck, we will respectfully allow you a few moments to be stuck. And then we're coming for you to keep pulling. And we pull each other. It is a community. This is your village. This is your tribe. And in this community, you get this access. It's priceless, y'all, to this on-demand coaching where you can chime in and you can ask any question that you want to ask. Nothing's off limits. And I tell you, we get conversation going on. It could be midnight, it could be 4 o'clock in the morning, it could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Whoever's available and up watching, you're going to get an answer to your question. So know that you are not alone. You get coaches support and accountability. We do have the trained coaches designated to help you at every level. We've got Coach Latoya, we've got Coach Jasmine, specifically helping you through there's 3 levels to the Chase Great University certification program. For every level, you've got a coach that's attached to you. If for some reason you maybe are not as engaging as much as you used to, you got me. You got me. I'm your engagement coach. And between all of us, we are accountable to you. And we ask and pull you and help you to be accountable to yourself, accountable to what God, you said God has called you to do, and accountable to your client, right? The whole purpose is to show up for your client. God has called us not to serve ourselves, but to serve a client. The coach's support that you get, I'm telling you, is going to help you be accountable. And we need that. I know I need that. I need accountability, right? I need accountability. We need that. We have monthly group coaching calls every first Monday, every third Monday, aside from a given holiday, if it falls on the first or third Monday. We have these coaching calls. Y'all, you can't, we talk about everything. We are there on the coaching call. Every coach is there every Monday, every third Monday, every first Monday. And it's practice for us to go over our power statement, right? So because we get comfortable talking to one another in the community on these meetings before you have to necessarily go out to the public and let the world see you, you can practice on us as a community. So on these monthly calls, they are priceless. Some people, many of us have, okay, I think this was my power statement, what I do, right? We learned how to prepare a power statement. I am Sandra Cobb, your certified forgiveness coach. I help Christians who have experienced the murder of a loved one and other traumatic events to re-engage in their life through inner healing and forgiveness. I got that through this coaching program, but I worked it out on the coaching calls, y'all. So you get access to this. And then on the coaching calls, again, nothing's off the table. Ask anything you want to ask. You also, it's a time for resources. You're connected to amazing women of God who have resources, have expertise in the area of coaching, but maybe if you're trying to market it, well, it may be your strength, but you've got experts in a community in marketing who are willing to share with you on these calls and in the community how you might be able to market your book that you have. On the monthly calls, we come together as a group first. Now the timing, you get this at least, as an inside joke, you get at least 2 hours of additional training on these calls, at least 2 hours, right? So come ready. You register for the call in advance. You put any questions that you have on the registration form, anything that you need help with, you put on the registration form. So we come to this call to make it as productive as possible, but it's there for you. Come for pen, come for paper, with paper, and come with all your calls. And then as we finish gathering as a group, then we break off into our different levels. So group level one coaches go off and have a conversation with Coach Latoya for now, right? Level two coaches are going into a room with Coach Jasmine. I was going to say Coach Latoya again. And coach level three coaches are coming into the room, or certified coaches. We go into a room together so you can ask your specific questions as it relates to your level. I'm telling you, you're not out here alone. This access is priceless. And I go on record to say, I'm telling you, it's going to shift your life, right? So, which leads me to our annual conference. It's called the Shift Conference. The Shift Conference is every May. Who's been to the Shift Conference? Raise your hand if you've been to the Shift Conference. Okay, raise your hand. There you go. There you go. I'll change your life. The Shift Conference will change your life. At the Shift Conference, we have qualified expert people helping us to shift our mindset, shift our thinking regarding money, shift our thinking regarding our faith, help us with strategies to build and shift our business to the next level. It's also an opportunity to come together right now. This year we had in person. God see fit, next year we're having in person again and looking to do it out of town. But the camaraderie and the support come together with your village. It is just amazing. You get refreshed, you get encouraged, you get new insight. The annual conference will shift your life. So I'm gonna tell you, the first conference that I went to was virtual because of the pandemic. In the conference, there was a speaker who spoke to us about writing a book, right? And she didn't know, no, I hadn't talked to anyone about it. And she spoke into my life about writing a book. And the book that God had me to write was Free to Forgive. I'm telling you. So that, and Coach Latoya said, be open to what God is going to do. That has opened so many doors in the area of coaching for me, right? There are things inside of you that are untapped. You just need to get into the right place, the right community, the right people to help pull it out of you. And I encourage you that Chase Great University is the place for you, and the community is second to none to help you on your assignment as a kingdom coach. And so we want to highlight a couple coaches only for the sake of time. I believe everyone in the community already really appreciates the community as a pillar of Chase Great University. But Lucretia Wilson is our fearless coach, and Girlfriend is Bad. She helps women who feel unqualified discover why fear is keeping them stuck so that they can shift into fearless living. And Coach Lucretia, we got to hear her talk at another time about how the Shift Conference, for example, said it just changed everything for her. We've watched her go from just coming into the program. Follow her on Facebook, follow her, and you can see how she's showing up now because of the encouragement and support that she got into the community. I also want to bring someone else up with me. I call her my baby, Coach Elise Perry. She is not a baby. She is a full-grown woman with a full-grown life. But I want her to share a little bit about her experience and the pillar of community, what it has meant to her. Can you start us off, Coach Lisa, by telling us who you are, who you serve, and your power statement?
Yes, I can. Hey, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Elise Perry. I am a life coach, and that's LYFE, Live Your Full Experience. And I empower millennial women to live their life boldly despite their chronic illness diagnosis through self-acceptance and accountability.
So what has the community meant for you, Coach Elise?
So the community has meant a lot to me. Coming in, I started off as a grief coach just because of my experience of losing so many of my loved ones, including my mother, my father, and my grandmother who raised me. And so the enemy for a long time wanted me to feel isolated, wanted me to feel like I didn't have anyone. So coming into Chase Great, it provided me with that community to not feel alone, to feel like I had support and allow people to be there for me. And also, I had to shift my mindset and shift how I looked at people because of friends who made me feel like a burden for having a chronic illness. So sometimes I would just sit and go through things alone. But Chase Great has allowed me to know that I'm not alone. Being able to go to the community and let them know that, hey, I'm sick or I'm in a hospital, and even Coach Latoya going out of her way to just simply call me and pray for me, and people in the community to pray for me and just encourage me and to pour into me countless of times and numerous of times. So the community has definitely allowed me to not feel alone, to allow me to feel supported. And then also just seeing how the support is for other coaches as well, being celebrated when you complete your levels, and being celebrated when you are completing your master class or your group coaching that is required for your levels and your curriculum. And people showing up for you when you having your masterclass, people in the community showing up and attending your masterclass to make you feel supported, and also sharing your content, and people in the community sharing your content and being there, and just like I said, just supporting you. So the community from Chase Great is amazing. Like Coach Sandra said, there's no community second to none as far as the community of Chase Great.
Thank you. How do you like the client success calls on first and third Mondays?
They're amazing. You, like Coach Sandra said, you come in, you have it as a group, and you are able to practice your power statement. And then you break off into your level, and you are able to talk about what you are struggling with and able to bounce off ideas from other coaches, and also ask questions and get those resources that you may need in those group calls. So they are amazing. You leave feeling refreshed, you feel refueled. And sometimes when you come in, sometimes you may not feel like showing up, but when you leave that call, you like, okay, I can do this, and I get back to it, and you just feel like I can do this. And that's how you feel leaving those calls.
Thank you, Coach Latrice. Elise. Thank you, Coach Elise. We love having you. You are amazing, amazing in the community. Again, I'm just going on record to say, if you're called to coach, I do believe that Chase Great University, and pray about it, God will certainly let you know, is for you. I yield the mic, Coach. Coach Latoya, or I can keep talking.
No, I'm here. Can you make me the host? Because I didn't press too many buttons.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and get back into the actual. There we go. All right. I see we moving stuff around. I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and jump back into things. Coach Sandra, once you get a chance. Yep, I'll need you to make me the host again so that I can share my screen. I was over here just pressing buttons, and yep, I removed myself as the host. So we're going to get back into the swing of things. Keep in mind, if you have any questions, make sure you go ahead and jot those questions down inside of the chat. Okay, so whether or not you are joining us and you're in the virtual room, or you're joining us and you are on Facebook, make sure you use the chat to ask any questions that you may have. Shout out to Coach Elise. You're going to hear from her again because she is also one of our coaches who've been in our community for a while now, and so we definitely want to celebrate and congratulate her for that as well. So we're going to jump back into things and keep this thing going. going. So we stopped with talking about Coach LaQuisha, who is our fearless coach. Can't wait to hear more from her. And now we're going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Jay. Listen, y'all, I don't know if y'all ready. First of all, let me pause for a quick second because I heard Coach Sandra with her daggers about our first and third Monday calls. No, I'm laughing. Listen, the team always be on me like, Latoya, we have to make sure we keep our calls timed. But this is our time to come together and coach. So y'all already know coaching is my passion, it's my love. So if y'all need me on the first or third Monday and we gotta keep digging until we get to where we going, then guess what? We gonna keep digging. So I'm just laughing as Coach Sandra was talking about our first and third Monday calls. I was over here cracking up laughing at her like, oh, I hear you, Coach Sandra. It's okay. No, I love it. Thank you so much, Coach Elise, for jumping in. We're gonna hear back from you again later on. We're gonna go ahead and pass the mic over to Coach Jazz, our client success director. Tag, you are it.
Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. So I don't think, can you guys see me? Because I can't see me. Okay, I can see me now. Hey, y'all. So it's such a joy and an honor. Can you guys hear me? Make sure the sound is good. Okay, I'm gonna just take that as y'all can hear me. So it's such a joy and an honor to be able to be here today, to be as the client success director for Chase Great. I will give a little bit of my story because I came through Chase Great. I came through the program. I'm gonna say, okay, I wasn't bullied through the program, but I was encouraged by Latoya that it was time. And so I remember going to a shift conference and like Coach said,
The shade. Oh my gosh.
But I really didn't even really say it for real. I was just kind of like lightly brushing past it. But she really invited me to her shift conference. And I was like, but I'm not a coach. And she was like, just be there. I'm like, okay, I'm coming, but I'm not a coach. I get to the shift conference, and when I tell y'all, my life completely shifted at the shift conference because that's where I heard you are a coach, and I've called you to be a coach. And the Lord literally told me, gave me an assignment, and I immediately, probably within 2 days of leaving the shift conference, I signed up and enrolled to be a Chase Great, to be through the Chase Great program, to be certified to be a coach. I was nervous. I was terrified. I wasn't sure what I was doing, but I knew I had to be obedient to what the Lord was telling me to do. And so I enrolled, and I'm gonna just say this. I enrolled in CGU, and I heard Latricia talk about it a little earlier, where he talked about the financial commitment, right? And so, yes, the poverty mindset was like, you sure you can afford this? Is it really going to be worth it? But I will say this, it has never not been worth it. I have literally, I feel like I won. I feel like Chase Great, you know, for what I paid to get into this program, it has, I can't even tell you how much it has returned to me, both in wisdom and insight and community and family, but also from a financial perspective. I have been able to launch my coaching company, and I have been able to see a return from that. But I will say within 3 months of it, not even 3 months, I think I was in the program for a month before Latoya was like, okay, so what are we doing? When is your event? And I was doing my first event, my first coaching event, and seeing a return on my investment within the first 60 days of the program, because she had pushed me. And it was a nice push to go out there and do what the Lord called me to do. So if you are sitting here and you're like, I'm not sure, is this really for me? How will I be able to see a return? I can guarantee you that the return will not come to you just monetarily, but it'll also come in the community. The community is one of the best places to be. I love CGU for the community, because these are some amazing women who will support you and have your back. All right, so let's go to my slide, because I can't, I can't. All right, so I'm here to talk about curriculum. And listen, y'all are winning because the curriculum right now is a 6-month curriculum. There are 3 levels, right? So there's level 1, level 2, and level 3. It is a 6-month curriculum, and during that time frame, you have guided support by myself or one of my team members, right? As the client success director, I oversee the client success team. And so either myself or one of my team members will be walking you through the program, your 6 months. Every month, you'll have a one-on-one call with your client success coach. You are assigned to a coach, and that coach is going to guide you, support you, hold your hand, and nurture you and push you. Let me just say that we are going to push you because let's be honest, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's going to be easy. There is going to be some uncomfortable moments because you have to remember that what you are called from is what you are called to. And so some of that means we have to go back and explore what you've been called from. But we do that as a community. We do that as a support. So you're not doing that alone during your first 6 months. You have that one-on-one support with your assigned client success coach. Right. And so that's a really good thing to have. Level 1 is going to take you about 2 months to get through. Level 2 is about 4 weeks, and level 3 again is about 2 months, give or take. But we have that 6 months because there's a little bit of cushion, because when you have to go through and tackle some of your experiences, that could be a little bit much. And so keep in mind, that's why you have those one-on-one calls with your coach, and not just the calls. Because trust me, you have the community. So, you're up in the middle of the night and you're stuck and you can't get to your coach, or you don't have a call scheduled with your coach. You can easily go into the community and say, hey guys, is there anything? Can anybody help me and guide me? So you don't just have your CSC coach, you have the community as well to support you, as well as I promise you, Coach Sandra is going to, her and her team, they're on it. They're going to keep you engaged. You are never by yourself with CGU. There are some requirements for each level, right? So it's not just doing the work, it's also there's some action that's required along with each level. So in level 1, we want you to go out there and we want you to start doing some mock coachings, right? And so as your CSC director or your CSC coach, they'll guide you and help you understand what that looks like. We're going to help you develop your framework for your coaching business. We're going to help you secure and be comfortable with the pricing that you're putting out there. Right. So level 1, you got some requirements of, let's do some mocks. Let's do some blogs. Let's start talking about our niche and let's start identifying our niche. And keep in mind, let me say this. There's a few things that I tell people all the time when they're coming into CGU. Your power statement is going to change a few times, right? And some of us come in thinking we know what our niche is and we know it's supposed to be this. But as you dig deep, like as Latricia said earlier, as you begin to dig deep, you start to identify that, wait a minute, it's something else. And so we're here to help guide you through that. And so as we're guiding you through that, we're also helping to guide you through the conversation and understanding how to speak to your ideal clients. So some of your requirements is going to be a blog for level 1 and level 2. When you get to level 3, you have a bigger requirement of helping you to start identifying not just your curriculum, but let's start helping you create your book or to create, your programming so that you can get out there and really do what you have to do. I love our virtual learning center. Our virtual learning center is absolutely amazing. You will log in to the virtual learning center. The very first thing that you will see, it'll say start here. And these are going to be some welcome videos and some videos walking you through how to navigate through the system, how to do different things in the system. We also, one of my favorite things to do with our coaches and any of our coaches that have taken it, I think at this point, all of our coaches have taken it. We have this amazing assessment that we use when you first come into the program. So your very first first call with your client success coach is going to be reviewing your assessment and understanding yourself and who you are at your core. And so that's going to be important for you. As you're understanding yourself at your core, you're going to be able to start understanding your client better. So myself and my team, we're just here really to help you navigate through this program successfully, confidently, and with community. And that's what I have. Now, can we bring Miss Stacy to the spotlight, please? Listen, Stacy is amazing. She is our voice coach, where she is empowering women who feel silenced due to rejection to break free from self-doubt and to speak unapologetically. Stacy, who I would like to talk to, because now listen, Elder, I'm waiting for the elder.
Oh,
I knew it. Hey, Elder. Listen, we're gonna be good, Stacy. We're gonna be
okay.
Stacy, first of all, you look good.
Thank you.
You got your big girl glasses on today.
I need to see.
You look good, Stacy.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So listen, I wanted to highlight Stacy. When I knew I had to talk about the curriculum, I specifically was like, listen, no one else can have this conversation with me but Stacy. You know that, Stacy? You know I asked for you?
Why?
I can't. I love Stacy. You know, I asked for Stacy because of our level 1 experience. The push that we had to go through and how we had to navigate from not necessarily identifying who your client was, because Stacy was clear in who her client was. We had to work through Stacy's confidence in understanding that she was the person called to this person. And so we moved a little bit from voice coach wasn't your original coaching title. What type of coach were you, Stacy?
At first, I came in as an empowerment coach.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to identity coach.
Uh-huh.
And now here we are at voice coach.
And here we are at voice coach. And so what does it feel like now to know that you are the voice coach?
Oh, it's a whirlwind, but it's a piece in it. It's like going through a maze and finally getting to the end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's gratifying.
Very gratifying. And Stacy, even though we know we're not at the end, but we're at the end, we're at the beginning. Like the end was, we're here in identifying our niche, but now we're at the beginning of the journey of supporting and being able to help our ideal client. And so that's why I said I wanted to talk to Stacy. So Stacy, I feel like you're one of the best people to talk about that level 1 experience, because level 1 is a very, it's very introspective. When you're in level 1, you have to do some deep dive into who you are. And so Stacy, can you talk to us a little bit about what that looked like and what that experience was for you?
It's like walking in with confidence that you know yourself, you know your place, you know your answers, and you're signing out to be your best. But as you begin to peel back the layers and identifying who you are at your core, it makes you take a look in the mirror to make sure that you are who you say you are, and to be confident in it and to be stable in it. So for level 1, that's the most challenging level to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to be true. You have to, in order to be your authentic self, you have to be true to yourself. In order to identify your ideal client, you have to be true with your downfalls as well as your accomplishments to be able to talk to that person to help them change their mindset, because level 1 is a mindset change.
Ooh, ain't it? Yes, ma'am. And so that's why I love Stacy. And that's why I knew we had to have the conversation, because there's 3 levels. And it gets a little bit smoother as you go through it, but that level 1 is that place where you really have to do, like I said, take that introspective look and really, like, and Stacey says it so well, pulling back those layers. Because we want to get to the core of who you are, so that when we get to our ideal client, we're able to get to the core of who they are. Because if we can kind of support and nurture and correct that area, then all other things will fall into place. So I just loved it. Stacey, is there anything you just want to say to the people who may be watching, who maybe watching live or maybe watching the replay in regards to Chase Gray University? Any thoughts you want to share? You can tell them how great we are, and you can tell them how much fun we have, and how nobody ever bullies you. You mean tell them everything, Stacey? Tell them.
Girl, let me tell you something. No. I have enjoyed this experience from day one. Latoya is so matter of fact. She don't even give you the opportunity at the beginning to back out. She was an answer to a prayer. This was an answer to a prayer, because I know I was called to be a coach, but I just didn't know how to get the proper instruments to be the best coach that I can be. So Chase Gray is a faith walk. Chase Gray is a character builder. Chase Gray is the best, most awesome experience that you'll ever have. And that's my take.
And we appreciate you so much, Stacey. And
I
so
appreciate y'all.
I'm going to just close it with this. Stacey said something that I say very often. She said Chase Gray was an answered prayer. Answered prayers don't always look like answered prayers. Sometimes we pray and we want it to look like this, but this is what you're asking the Lord for. You've been asking the Lord for, how do I do this, God? You've called me to do this. I don't have community. I don't know what's next. Latoya very often says, you've been called, now what? And so some of us are literally saying, God, I've been called to do this. You are telling me to coach. Now what? This is
now what?
This is your now what? This is your answer. So yes. I yield the mic. Thank you so much, Stacey. I yield the mic back to our founder, Coach Latoya.
Oh, Stacey. I just love Stacey. I love it. Y'all, this was supposed to have been encouraging the people. Y'all encouraging me. Thank you for this. Thank you. So listen, Stacey, you're awesome. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving, keep it rocking. I am just grateful to have Stacey a part of our community, though. It's so funny, y'all. We laugh all the time at this because we just had our conference, right? Well, it was in May, but we had our conference, and when I tell you I sat next to Stacey, that wasn't a good idea. I couldn't stop laughing.
I have to come off mute to say that was a big mistake.
It was.
That was the best decision you ever made in your life.
It was absolutely. Listen, just saying that, how much fun we have while building our businesses. Let me tell you how we cry together. We have fun together. We work together. We build together. This community is more than just, a piece of paper, put it on the wall saying that I'm now certified. This is building community. This is really, when the Bible talks about how iron sharpens iron, when I think of that scripture, I think about Chase Gray. And so I'm just grateful. So we're going to pause here really quickly before we move into commitment. I want to give one of our amazing coaches the opportunity to chime in. We're going to bring up Miss Tiffany Shoemaker. We're going to allow Miss Tiffany Shoemaker to just come on up, and she has her, I'm trying to remove Stacey and put Tiffany. Let's see if I know what I'm doing. Hold on, y'all. We gonna maneuver this. My creative lead wasn't able to join us. Wasn't able to join us, so I had to do it. So it's okay. I think she's here now, though, somewhere. All right, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Miss Tiffany. Allow Miss Tiffany to introduce herself and just talk a little bit more about Chase Great, her role in Chase Great. Tiffany also joined us for the Six Figure Shift Conference. Let me tell y'all really quickly. When I tell you, it's one thing to be virtual, right? We meet each other virtually. It's so funny because when the coaches came in, they were like, "Oh my God, we're not being catfished." It was the most hilarious thing in the world because we're always virtual, right? But when we were able to meet one another in person, it was like such a warm feeling. It was the best feeling. And Tiffany is one of those coaches that I met in person, and I was like, where have you been? I don't get this energy from you through a computer. So she is an amazing woman, and I am just excited to hear, what she has to add about Chase Great, her experience with us, and how we've been able to help her become the coach that God has called her to become. So I am yielding my mic to you, Tiffany.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Coach Latoya, for having me today. Hey, everybody out there. My name is Tiffany Shoemaker. I am a self-coach, and I help single professional moms overcome the limitations of trauma and past experiences by decreasing mom expectations and increasing self-awareness so that they are able to stand empowered and live freely. And to be honest with you, this is the first time that I've actually shared that power statement with anyone because I had been running from something that I'm actually being called to, and that is other single moms. And that is what Chase Great has done for me. It has forced me to take a look in the mirror. I knew that I was called to coach. I knew that there was purpose for me in helping other women, but having the clarity to stand before each and every one of you and to stand before my clients and really have conviction and integrity in helping them, I would not have had that had I not come to Chase Great. I saw the results of others who were experiencing Chase Great, and it created this curiosity. I'm like, okay, what is it that I'm missing that I haven't gotten from other coaching programs or other coaches? And the leadership within Chase Great has been so phenomenal in helping to shape us and to mold us and to build this community where we're able to come together. I think for me, that is the best part of being a part of Chase Great. It's not just the leadership, but it is the other coaches that I can connect with, the other coaches who help to build me. And prayerfully, I am able to help build them. And it makes this a remarkable experience. So I'll pass it back to you, Coach Latoya.
Listen, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to your new statement. I'm like, I've never heard this. I don't know if Jazz was over there doing the same thing, Coach Sandra. I see you. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Did we just have a breakthrough? Listen, I love this. I love this. I love this. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know we're doing this, the open house, but Tiffany, I'm loving it. And I'm loving it because again, I think that when a lot of people hear Chase Great, all you hear is the certification part. It's like, oh, another certification program. But this program is more than that. You get the certification as a validation to completion. It's not the overall point of this. The point of this program is to help you walk through doing the internal work that's required so that you can heal, become a better version of you so that you can show up at your greatest for your client. When we talk about exchanging four-figure offers, our coaches here at Chase Great, when you are placing the price point on your programming, we're encouraging you to start at a four-figure offer. A lot of times that's a struggle for the coach. Well, why is it a struggle? Because you're still working through some of your what you may consider to be downfalls. You're still working through those things, so you don't think you're good enough. Latoya, I'm not good enough for someone to pay me $2,000 to coach them through their issue. I'm not good enough to help them walk them through their scenarios and their situations and I receive a $2,000 investment. But once you start doing the work on self and you like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, then it starts to give you the confidence and the courage to stand boldly in your area of expertise. Stand as the expert. Come on, self coach. That just made me smile. Stand as the expert and know that you're not exchanging profit It's not about you. The profit exchange is based on the time, the expertise, and the commitment as you as a coach. One thing that I try to get the coaches to break free from is believing I'm going to charge my worth. Listen, Jesus already died on the cross for you. Your worth was already paid for. The price was already paid. I don't want you to think that your coaching, there's a monetary worth behind you. I want you to look at the things that you've experienced, the pruning you've experienced, the things that God has allowed you to go through. I want you to be able to package those things and say, listen, I can help the next woman. I can help the next woman or male, I'm sorry, go through these experiences and not have to get tangled like I did, but go through them with a much easier, smoother process. That's what your client is paying for. They're paying for the expedited process pretty much, and so hearing Tiffany just kind of go through this with us again, this is what Chase Great is about, helping you get clarity on who you are in coaching and being sticking by you and being by your side as you're going through it. So Tiffany, we thank you for joining us during this open house. I'm honored to have you a part of Chase Great University. I'm honored to have you a part of our community. Did you have anything else to add before we move forward?
I do not. I'm just excited to be here and to hear about all of the inner workings of Chase Great that we don't always get to hear about. So.
See, I love it. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and keep it moving, everyone. We're going to keep things going. We're going to keep things moving. I'm going to bring back up our amazing PowerPoint, and we still have our amazing Stacy here on the screen. And we're going to go to our last and final segment, and then we're all done. You guys can continue with your day. I'm hoping we've had a chance to answer some questions for you. I'm hoping that you've been able to see yourself in some of the coaches that we've been able to highlight on today. And I'm hoping that this is exactly what you needed to make the decision, right? To make the decision. I wish I had a community like this when I first started coaching, because I failed so many times. I'm still failing. I'm failing forward. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still moving forward. I just made a post the other day, just encouraging coaches around the world, encouraging business owners in general. Our economy has taken a huge hit. We've been shifted in so many different areas, but I refuse to allow that language to be a part of my language. And I'm trusting God. Right? I'm trusting God, and I'm trusting that God will continue to use me as he's promised, right? I want everyone who's watching this, God has shown you some promises. He's made some promises to you in your prayer time. He's told you what you were capable of. He's told you what he has for you. Go back to those promises. Go back and look at, the vision of the business that he has given you. He's giving you something. He's given Coach Sandra this grand idea. And I want to say it, but I'm going to not say it because she hasn't launched it yet. He's giving you this idea. Go back to the promise. Right? Yes, the enemy is going to do whatever he can to destroy your sight. He's going to do whatever he can to keep you from doing what God has called you to do. But I promise y'all, there is so much more reward on the other side of through. It's so funny. Our creative lead, she's an amazing songstress as well. And she wrote a song many years ago. And this song just has stuck to me like never before. And she talked about the other side of through. Right? You got to get through to get to the other side of through. For whatever reason, the lyrics are escaping me at this moment. But just knowing that on the other side of through is where your reward sits. You just got to get through it. And know that process of going through is building character. It's building character. Okay, let me keep going. Commitment. We're talking about commitment because I'll go all the way left. So let's talk about commitment really quickly, and then we'll be closing out our virtual open house for today. So let's talk a little bit about tuition. Let's talk about the application. payments, options, fall enrollment incentives. I'm going to share it all. Now, keep in mind, we still do have our giveaway. Don't forget, I did not forget. We still do have our giveaway. We're going to share our giveaway before we close out. I do have a couple of them to give away that I do want to share with you. So if you registered for the virtual open house, if you shared our Facebook community, I do have your name inside of our pool of giveaways. Hopefully you did all of this before we started, because if you didn't, guess what? I did not get your name. So I'm so sorry. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. So let's talk about tuition. So our tuition for Chase Gray University, I want you to keep in mind, as Jazz stated before, that this is a 6-month certification program, right? However, you have access to us for 12 months. So you have 6 months of one-on-one coaching. However, you have 12 months of group coaching, on-demand coaching, on-demand training, on-demand curriculum, where we are constantly and consistently helping you grow your business. When we talk about tuition, because a lot of times when I share the investment for the program, I get the largest eyes and I get the most silence. And people are looking at me all type of sideways. I want to introduce you really quickly, and I'm going to go ahead and go here, and then I'll go back. Let me see if I know what I'm doing first before I tell y'all what I'm getting ready to do. So I want to really quickly, before I bring up Coach Elise, I want to bring you to Coach Pat, right? I'm moving forward in the slides really quickly. I want to bring up Coach Pat, right? Because Coach Pat has been a part of our community. She is absolutely amazing. I also got a chance to meet Coach Pat at our six-figure shift conference, and she is just amazing. But I wanted to bring her up because Coach Pat has not only been able to make back her investment since being a part of the program, and let me highlight, Coach Pat is in level 3 now, so she's not even all the way certified just yet. But she got wait a minute, is Coach Pat certified? Did I miss this? Hold on, where's my team? I might have messed that up. Is she certified?
Yes.
So sorry, Coach Pat is certified. I just messed that up. It's all right though. But Coach Pat is certified. She just recently was certified. She just completed level 3. Yes, because we were able to honor her at the conference. So yes, Coach Pat is certified. But since being a part of the community, Coach Pat has not only been able to earn back her investment, but earn back her investment plus some. Okay, so she's now moving past the investment, and now all of her money is going into the company as it should. And so I'm excited about that. But that's not even the best part about this. Not only has she made back her investment, but because of what she do as a success coach, she's been able to help her clients generate over $14,000 in sales. Right? So not only has she made back her investment, but now she's been able to take what we've been able to provide her here in the certification program, and now her clients have made back the investment plus some. Right? And so I wanted to highlight her, number one, because she's just amazing, and I wanted to highlight her for what she's been able to accomplish. But she'll also be hosting a training for the Chase Gray University students in October, where we're going to launch a product this fall. Okay. One of the things that I've noticed with coaching is that you're only coaching, but there's so many other things you could be doing, not just speaking, but building product, launching different things. And so Coach Pat is going to come back. She's going to teach a training on how to launch a product, and you're going to create an additional stream of income through your business. So those $14,000 in sales that she generated through her clients, she's going to come in and teach you so that you can do the exact same thing. These are the benefits to being a part of Chase Gray University. So I just wanted to show that to you really quickly, because I know that, when we talk about tuition, a lot of times we're looking at the ROI. And as Coach Jazz said, as Coach Sandra said, as Tiffany, Latrice, the ROI is more than just the income. Right? The seed that you're sowing into Chase Gray is not just the financial return you're going to get back. That's nothing. But we're talking about the lifelong changes. We're talking about the seeds that you're not going to be planting into your children, into your coworkers, into your family, that's going to change the trajectory of your life. So I just wanted to share that with you. And tuition, there are different payment plan options. Again, we do offer financing options. We do offer installments. And so we don't want anything anything to come between you and you joining a community that is going to help you start, grow, and monetize your coaching business to 6 figures. Coach Pat is definitely on her way to hitting 6 figures in her business. Our goal is to help you generate $9,000 per month so that you can hit that 6-figure mark. So let's talk a little bit about the application process. We do have an application process. However, for those of you who are joining us for our virtual open house, we have a very special application process for you. So make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to share that with you pretty soon. We do have an application process. We want to make sure that you are entering into this program with the right heart, that you understand that we are Bible based, and that this is going to require work. Right? It's going to require work. This is not a do it for you. This is not a done for you program. None of it is a done for you program. It's a let's do it together program. We're definitely going to show you what it looks like to start, grow, monetize your coaching business. We're going to talk about sales pages, landing pages, how to build your email, how to set up your email, how to set up your scheduling, how to set up your pricing, how to set up your programming. Listen, we're going to cover it all, but you're going to have to do it with us. And so that application process just ensures that you understand that we're doing this together and this is not a done for you type of program. We don't do templates. We offer strategies. Again, our fall enrollment incentive, drum roll please. This is what we've all been waiting for. So I'm going to pause my recording really quickly and then I'll start back. Alrighty, so we are now back, and I was talking about the application process. Do know that there is a $500 application fee. That application fee for those who are completing the enrollment is applied to your enrollment. So whether or not you are going for financing or you're going into an installment, that $500 application fee will roll into your balance. So I just want everyone to know that. I did share the fall enrollment incentive. I do hope that you guys take advantage of that. We only have space for 10. We only have space for 10. So make sure you take advantage of that enrollment option. So we're going to go ahead and keep things going. If you have any questions about tuition, make sure you take a look at the Chase Gray University our digital catalog. It also covers everything in the program, the tuition, and what we cover in the program as well. So make sure you check that out as well. Let's keep going. So, of course, I want to highlight Coach Elise Perry. She is a life coach. Live your full experience. She empowers millennial women to live life boldly despite their chronic illness diagnosis through self-acceptance and accountability. I'm going to go ahead and pause here so that I can bring her back to the forefront, and just so that we can just talk a little bit more about her experience with being with Chase Gray. We know that Elise has been a part of Chase Gray University for quite some time now, and we are excited to have her continue the journey with us. Not only has Coach Elise been a part of the community, she's attended the conferences, but I really want to talk about some of her personal attacks that she experienced and what keeps her consistent. What keeps you coming back, Coach Elise? I'm going to go ahead and yield my mic and allow you to come off and share.
Hello, everyone, again. So as Coach Latoya said, I have been in the program and in the community for approximately 2 years. And just what keeps me coming back is, like I stated, the support and knowing that my purpose, like this is greater than me. So I know that what I'm called to do as far as coaching is way greater than me, and that there are women out there who needs me and need my coaching services. So over the course of the time that I've been in the program, I have been in and out the hospital many of times, and just being attacked like mentally and wanting to give up and feeling discouraged and feeling like this is not for me or that I can't do this. But knowing that and getting that encouragement and getting that support from the community, it just keeps me coming back. It keeps me motivated, and it keeps me knowing that this is what I have been called to do. Coaching is what I have been called to do. And knowing that every hospital stay or every crisis that I go through as far as like my flare-ups and being hospitalized, knowing that is shaping me and molding me to be able to help my client who also may have experienced the same thing. But if I don't experience it, then how can I relate or be relatable to my client? And knowing, and in those 2 years, I had to change my mindset and change my perspective of how I looked at my hospital stays and how I looked at my flare-ups and how I looked at my attacks. And just knowing that I'm being attacked, but it's not for me. It's for those clients that God has planned for me to come in contact with and to service.
What I love most about you in particular, but just what we do as coaches, is a lot of times when we experience things, we try to, blame it on the devil, or, we're trying to find a way to escape or not do something. And so one of the things that, we do here at Chase Great is we try to say, okay, Lord, why am I experiencing this? Show me. Tell me, show me why. And for someone who has lived with a chronic illness her entire life, yes, we can say, woe is me, or we can keep looking at this as it being a me issue, or I can say, okay, Lord, there's a woman out here who's going through this, who's not going to be able to get through it like I can, like you've equipped me to. And that's not just for the woman who's suffering, or not suffering, living with chronic illness, but that's for the woman who's living through a divorce, or a woman who's living through the abandonment, or living through unforgiveness. It's all of us. We're all living through something so that we can be the courage for someone else. And so that's what being a Christian woman called to coach, that's what we embody. I go through my experiences, I go through my hits, I go through my distractions, I go through my discouragement. And when I go through it, I'm like, oh my God, oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, Lord, I know that there's another woman out there who's going through this same discouragement and she not fighting. Let me fight so that I can show her that you can fight. You are strong enough. You can get through it. And so I love that. And one thing that I just wanted to highlight is the flexibility. Coach Elise talked about how long she's been in the program. And I know that we've talked about how the program is 6 months. There's a 6-month program and you have access for 12 months. A couple things that we provide for the flexibility for someone like Coach Elise. Our annual conference gives you access to the community for another 12 months. So if you come to the conference, guess what? You have another 12 months into the community. If you haven't finished, we know that life happens. We don't want you to quit, right? If something happens, or if life is starting to cause some distraction, we're here for you. And so I love highlighting Coach Elise, because I don't want you to think that at the end of your 12 months, we just dump you off. No, we will look for you. And if you allow us to love you, we will, right? If you allow us to keep you in the loop, let's keep pushing you, let's keep encouraging you, let's keep pushing you forward, then we will. But I wanted to highlight her because Coach Elise has definitely experienced a whole lot of in these 2 years. But we are still on Coach Elise's side, and there are so many other women that they're looking for her because they don't know how to maneuver through this thing the way she is. So thank you so much, Coach Elise, for being with us. Did you have anything else to add before we move on?
No.
Cool. All right, so we are just about done, y'all. I know, don't come for me, okay? Especially Coach Sandra, because she be on us about our time. I'm just playing. I love you. It's love. I know. She our timekeeper. It's okay. It's okay. So listen, we're now going to open up the floor if there are any questions for anyone. If anyone has any questions for us. I did have a question in the chat if there were going to be a replay. Yes, there is a replay available inside of the community, of course. We're actually going to replay this again this evening so that we can have some of our evening, those who may work a 9 to 5, give them the opportunity to check it out. And of course, we still want you to ask questions because we are still here to address your questions. So if you're catching this on replay, do not hesitate to ask questions. We are still going to address your questions even inside of the chat. So while you're bringing your questions to the chat or to the comments, because we're definitely looking, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bring up the wheel. Let me see. Where is the wheel? What did I do with it? Let me find it first. and then we're going to bring up the wheel, and then we're going to give out some giveaways, and then we're going to make it happen. So I hope y'all ready for it. Let me make sure I have everyone inside of it. Do I have Coach Elise in here? I just want to make sure, because I know we had a few come in a little late, but I think we are good. All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to give out some giveaways. So I hope that you are ready for it. So the very first thing we're going to give out is our planner. I probably should have had it right next to me. I'll grab it. Give me 2 seconds and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, so for the first thing that we're going to give out is our Hey Coach Planner. Not sure if you've ever seen this before, but our Hey Coach Planner is a tool that we use. Let me stop this real quick. It is a tool that we use here at Chase Great. There's a whole coaching tool in here where we call it our fog mapping, and this is a quarterly planner. This is valued at about $80. And so we're going to give this out first. So let me pull back up my screen so that we can do the quick wheel. I hope that you, oh, wait a minute, I hope that you are ready. Everyone's name is here. We're going to go. And Coach Elise just won a Hey Coach Planner. Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty, so we're removing Coach Elise from the mix. And then next, we're going to give out a balance book. Listen, y'all, I don't know if you know, but this is one of my favorite products. This is actually only a product that we only give to our coaches. This is not for sale. So if you get this, you're super special. So the balance book, it is a book that allows you to keep track of all of your notes, whether you're balancing your business or if you're balancing your faith. So you can flip the book up and you're able to use the book universal. I'm going to show you mine, how you're able to write on both sides of the pages. So this is the balance your book business side, and then on the balance your faith side is where I keep all of my scripture, right? All of my notes for studying. So we're going to go ahead and give that away. And again, this is for those who registered for the virtual open house. If you register or if you shared out the group, then your name is in this list. Uh-oh, congratulations, Coach Brittany. She will get our balance book. She will get one in the mail. Alrighty. Congratulations, Coach Brittany. We're going to remove her. And then our next product, my favorite, is the 6-figure bundle. Now, I will say this. If you already have this, let me know and I can redo the wheel. Okay, I think I might know who already have this, but if you have it already, let me know. The 6-figure bundle, it is my 12-step 6-figure process, including the workbook that goes with it. So, I love this. Let's go ahead. Let's see who gets this. Y'all ready for it? Coach Felicia. Now, I think Coach Felicia already have the 6-figure bundle. Coach Felicia, let me know if you have the 6-figure bundle. Let me know in the chat. She's somewhere out here. Let me know, Coach Felicia, if you have it. Because I kind of think she does. If Jazz, if you can confirm this for me. I think she has it already. So, let's see. Thank you. Okay, we're checking now. So we're going to go ahead, because I have someone that I would like to, we're going to do it again. So for the last thing that we have, we're going to do a $20. This was a suggestion from someone in our Facebook group. So this is a $20 gift certificate to Chick-fil-A. I'm showing it again. Hold on. We're confirming if Coach Fee has this. We're confirming now the book and the workbook. We're confirming. But our last and final, okay, cool. Well, she does not have it. So Coach Fee gets our 6-figure bundle. Congratulations to you. Oh my God, they said wait. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'll let y'all know in a second. Let's go back to the wheel. Let's go ahead and we're going to give out the $20 gift card. The $20 gift card to Chick-fil-A. So I'm hoping that everyone has a Chick-fil-A. If you do not have a Chick-fil-A in your area and we pull your name, then we'll figure something out. I don't really know. But this was one of the suggestions made by one of the coaches inside of the community. Miss Rachel, congratulations. Let me know if you have a Chick-fil-A in your area. If it's not Chick-fil-A, you let me know. Maybe you have a Starbucks. Maybe you like Starbucks. I don't know. Whatever, you let me know. I'll be reaching out to you. I'm hoping that you've all had a great time during our virtual open house. This has definitely... this is definitely an amazing, this has been an amazing time. This is our very first virtual open house here at Chase Gray University, and I think we did well. We didn't stick to time the way that we were supposed to, but I think we did okay. I think we did okay. Listen, have a fantastic day, everyone. Again, if you have any questions for me, please do not hesitate to reach out to myself or one of our team members. I'm going to go ahead and bring the team back up to the screen as we close out. If you have any questions for any of us, please do not hesitate to ask. We are here to address any concerns you may have. Our team member Yatara was unable to join us, but it's okay. We know that she is here with us. So, Coach Sandra, Jazz, do you have anything before we close out?
I just want to say welcome to Chase Gray. That's about it. Come on in. Come on into the community and welcome.
Amen. Come and let's chase great together. And thank you, everyone, for being attentive and hanging out with us this afternoon.
It has definitely been amazing. Yes, welcome. If you have any questions about our weekend incentive, do not hesitate to reach out. Ask questions. Ask questions. Don't sit back. Don't try to figure it out. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't allow doubt or distractions to creep in. Let's talk about it. Alrighty, guys. Have a fantastic holiday weekend. The kiddies are going back to school. Yes. Have a good day. Be blessed.